In his book Command and Control, Eric Schlosser delves into the often overlooked yet critical aspect of nuclear weapons, their management and control systems. Through meticulous research and extensive interviews, Schlosser paints a chilling picture of the numerous near misses, accidents, and systemic failures that have plagued the history of nuclear weapons, highlighting the fragility of these weapons and the fallibility of those tasked with their control. The book begins by tracing the development of nuclear weapons during World War II, as the United States raced against Germany to create the first atomic bomb. The Manhattan Project, as it was known, was a massive undertaking that involved thousands of scientists, engineers, and support staff working around the clock in secret facilities across the country. The project's ultimate goal was to create an atomic bomb capable of ending the war and deterring future aggression. However, as Schlosser points out, the very nature of nuclear weapons made their development a risky proposition from the start. The fission reaction that powers atomic bombs releases enormous amounts of energy, but it also produces dangerous radioactive byproducts that can spread over vast areas and contaminate the environment for centuries. The potential consequences of a nuclear accident or deliberate attack were so catastrophic that the scientists working on the Manhattan Project coined the term criticality to describe the moment when a nuclear chain reaction first began to occur. As the United States prepared to deploy its new weapon, it became clear that maintaining control over nuclear weapons would be an ongoing challenge. The first generation of nuclear weapons, known as gun-type fission bombs, were relatively simple to build and maintain. However, they were also highly susceptible to malfunction and could easily explode during testing or transportation. The development of more advanced thermonuclear weapons, or hydrogen bombs, only added to the complexity and danger. Thermonuclear weapons rely on a fusion reaction between hydrogen isotopes, which requires the use of complex machinery and materials. The first hydrogen bomb test, codenamed Mike, took place in 1952 at the Enowatak Atoll in the Pacific Ocean. The explosion was so powerful that it vaporized the entire atoll and created a crater more than a mile wide. The fallout from the test spread radioactive contamination across the Pacific, affecting people and ecosystems for miles around. The development of thermonuclear weapons also brought with it new challenges in terms of delivery systems. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, were developed to carry nuclear warheads across vast distances, ensuring that even if one country were destroyed in a nuclear attack, another could retaliate. However, the technology behind ICBMs was still in its infancy, and there were numerous near misses and accidents during their testing and deployment. One of the most infamous incidents occurred during a training exercise for U.S. Air Force personnel in 1958. A B-47 bomber carrying a Mark 17 hydrogen bomb lost an engine and crashed into a field in South Carolina. The bomb's safety mechanisms prevented it from detonating, but the accident revealed serious flaws in the design of both the weapon and the delivery system. Another major concern was the issue of command and control. As the number of nuclear weapons proliferated, so did the risk of accidental launch or unauthorized use. The United States established a complex system of safeguards and protocols to prevent such events, including the use of secure communication networks, codes, and launch control centers. However, as Schlosser shows, these measures were not foolproof. One of the most chilling episodes in the history of nuclear weapons occurred in 1980, when a computer malfunction at a U.S. Air Force base in North Dakota caused a false alarm about a Soviet nuclear attack. The malfunction triggered a series of events that brought the United States and the Soviet Union to the brink of nuclear war. Luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and the situation was eventually resolved without escalation. However, the incident highlighted the fragility of the nuclear command and control system and the potential consequences of even the smallest error. Throughout the book, Schlosser also examines the human factor in nuclear accidents and incidents. He profiles individuals who made critical mistakes or acted recklessly, often with disastrous consequences. For example, he tells the story of David Holloway, a technician at a U.S. nuclear weapons facility who was responsible for maintaining the safety of the weapons. In 1987, Holloway was found to be under the influence of drugs while on duty and was subsequently charged with sabotage. His actions could have led to a catastrophic accident. Another example is that of Stanislav Petrov, a Soviet officer who was on duty at a nuclear early warning center in 1983, when the system detected an incoming nuclear attack from the United States. Petrov, however, suspected that the alarm was a false positive due to a malfunction. Against protocol, he decided not to retaliate, and it turned out that his instincts were correct. The attack was a false alarm. Petrov's actions likely prevented a global nuclear war. In addition to these individual stories, Schlosser also discusses the broader cultural and political context in which nuclear weapons were developed and managed. He explores the role of secrecy and paranoia in shaping the nuclear arms race, and the ways in which the Cold War mentality permeated every aspect of nuclear policy. He also examines the ethical implications of nuclear weapons, questioning whether their development and maintenance can ever be justified. Throughout the book, Schlosser emphasizes the importance of learning from past mistakes and taking steps to improve the safety and security of nuclear weapons. He calls for greater transparency and international cooperation in managing these weapons, as well as for a renewed commitment to disarmament and non-proliferation. However, he also acknowledges that the task ahead is daunting, as the risks associated with nuclear weapons remain as high as ever. In conclusion, Command and Control is a chilling and meticulously researched account of the dangers inherent in nuclear weapons and the fallibility of those tasked with their control. It serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of vigilance, responsibility, and cooperation in ensuring that these weapons are never used again.